What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so in this particular video, let me say this before I go forward. These videos are not etched in stone. I did a similar video talking about Pennsylvania, but I do notice certain things I just want to put out there. I know I do have a crowd that is subscribed to me like political videos, so those of you who don't like these particular videos, I mean, it just aren't for you. You know what I'm saying? There are some people subscribe to me that like to listen to politics. This is going to increase as we go into the election year. So I'm just telling you, more and more of my content will be politically based, but don't worry, I will always talk about sports every day. But you might see a little uptick in my political videos, especially on the Patreon. But anyway, I want to talk about Michigan. Now, for any national Democratic victory, the state of Michigan is vital. I talked about how vital Pennsylvania has been for Democrats, especially in recent years, as our elections have become more polarized. A Republican on a national level has only won Michigan twice in the past 35 years. George H.W. Bush in 1988 and Donald Trump in 2012. In 92, 96, 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, and again 2020, Michigan has gone Democratic. Although, since 2008, the state has become more and more competitive. I think Obama won Michigan by 800,000 votes. I mean, it was just a blowout, like 17-point landslide in 2008. But 2012 was a little bit closer. Can't exactly remember the percentages. It might have been roughly a 9 or 10-point victory. Still decisive, but not as big. But Hillary Clinton, her support just crumbled in 2016, partially because of further erosion in white support from the Democratic Party. But black voters, although percentage-wise, she didn't do much worse than Obama. I think nationally she got like 87% of the black vote. Obama in 2012 got 93%. But the numbers, the sheer numbers of voters coming out went way down. 2012, I think black voters came out in historic numbers. 2016, there was a major drop in the black vote in states like Michigan, in states like Pennsylvania, which helped for Trump to get narrow victories in both states. Now, Joe Biden came back in 2020 in an environment that was favorable for him because a lot of people were voting against Trump that year. The economy was in shambles. We were going through the worst pandemic in 100 years. People were angry. There was a lot of dissension going on because of the George Floyd situation, Black Lives Matter, the whole shit, kid caboodle. So a lot of people were voting against Donald Trump, and that helped Joe Biden. He carried Michigan by, I think, something over 100,000 votes. I want to say like 110, 120,000, somewhere in that range. But this situation with Israel and Palestine, I don't want to go too far into that on YouTube, right? This could really, really hurt Biden because Biden already has problems with black voters. We've already established that. His support, percentage-wise and enthusiasm-wise, is way down with black voters. That's already going to pose a big problem for Biden. Not to mention the fact that you have the guy from the Young Turks, Sink, is going to run. He's perceived to be on the left, so he's going to take some votes, a few, from Biden. But in a close election, 100,000 votes can be the difference between victory and defeat nationally. Not to mention the fact that you got Dr. Cornel West, who's going to be the standard bearer for the Green Party ticket. He's going to take votes away from Biden. And yes, Republicans have backed him, but that makes sense because Republicans want him to run. And when I say Republicans backed him, I mean donated to his campaign. They want him to run because they figure that he's going to be damaging to Joe Biden's campaign. And not only that, but you still have RFK Jr., who's going to run as an independent. Now, you could make the argument that RFK Jr. could hurt both Trump and Biden, because we pretty much know Trump is going to be the Republican standard bearer at this point, barring, death. But you can make the argument that RFK Jr. might hurt Biden a little bit more than Trump, just because of the fact that the election is going to be a referendum on Joe Biden. So we got all of that, right? But now, here's another wrinkle. Michigan has the largest Muslim population in the United States. I don't know off the top of my head what the percentage is, but I know especially in the Detroit area, they have the largest Muslim population in America. Of course, they are angry with Biden right now because of his strong pro-Israeli stance in the Israeli-Palestine war, right? They feel sort of betrayed by Joe Biden because Trump was the guy, that they hated because of, I'll say hated because of, his strong stance on the borders and the venom he spewed at Muslims and the anti-Muslim ban and all of that. So they came out strongly for Biden, but now they feel betrayed because of the fact that Biden doesn't seem to be very sympathetic toward their way of viewing things, and in this whole Israeli-Palestine thing, the increase in the anti-Muslim bias in this country, actual hate crimes being perpetrated against Muslims in this country, and the perception that Muslims are somehow all bad. Biden hasn't been very vocal on any of that. And we know why. This could really hurt this guy, man. I'm telling you, the recipes for failure are all there. They're all there because Michigan, like I said, leans Democratic, but usually it's pretty close. 51-48, 50-47 lately. It's not these big blowouts anymore like we used to see 20-25 years ago. So if you have a low black voter turnout, which seems to be in the cards, because black people, I think, are waking up to the bullshit. And I hate to toot my own horn and other people. I like to think that a lot of us, our message is starting to get out there about the bullshit with this party. Now, you're always going to have people that are going to say, well, if you don't vote, Trump's going to get in the White House and he's going to be worse. Well, at this point, that lesser two evil shit, how's that been working for us? Well, all of you lesser two evil motherfuckers, how has that been working for us? Has that been benefiting us? It doesn't work in the long run, the lesser two evils situation. The only way the Democrats are going to take us seriously if we sit our motherfucking asses down and don't vote. And continue to do that. And then and only then will they sit down at the table and probably find it, as much as it sickens them, the political realities will catch up to them and become reality to them. They have to, even if they got to do it through gritted teeth. And by the way, black voters, us, we've been on this. You know what I'm saying? We've been felt betrayed. This isn't new for us. So Muslim brothers and sisters that rock with us, we've been on this. You know what I'm saying? We've been betrayed time and time and time and time again. Sometimes, shit, we don't even get credit for victories. We were the deciding factor for Barack Obama getting reelected in 2012. And no disrespect to Latinos, but they only gave credit to Latinos. But whenever they fucking lose, just like they did in the recent Louisiana governor's race, whenever they fucking lose, look who they always blame. Fuck them.